Inthanon National Park, and the mountains we see faintly in the distance are the mountains we're going to. Looking at the forest as we climb up into it, it looks very much like fall anywhere in the United States where it's fall. I'm just going to pan up the stream slowly just so you can see what the stream looks like. You can see here that they used to let people go down there, but no more. Here you can see a double rainbow, partially make it out. Quite a ways above the falls now, but it's just normal runoff to the falls. Climb higher, we're getting into more of a pine forest. Much of this is strawberry cultivation. I'm going to take a close look at these flowers from the top of that stem to the bottom of the flower here. It's probably about 12-14 inches. I'll put my hand up so you get a sense of the size. This is a nice view of the Queen's Chedi. It's interesting how these reliefs are all made in little 8x8 squares, it looks like. Just kind of curious, did they have a master mold? Lovely mountain panorama. It's rare, apparently, that you get this kind of clarity at the top here. Very modern. It's about 2,000 meters, 2,005 meters to the very top here, apparently, which puts it at about 6,000 feet. And it's chilly up here with the wind blowing, but reminds me more of Tucson, or my Kochi stronghold property. This is a very popular, if not most revered place, and relatively new complex, as you can see. Here they have escalators that you can take up to the top and then walk down. Very pretty monument to the king. He's 83 years of age and extremely well loved here. Far more effusiveness than I ever would hear or do hear from any Brits. Some very unique flowers. Look almost edible. Now, as cute as this look, it's very reminiscent of a documentary I saw on ancient Chinese mass production machines.
You want a picture?
Yes. And this is revered site because there's a reliquary of one of the kings here at Rome. So just for the record, this is the highest spot in. Here, a little observatory and weather station. A white orchid, flowers only once a year. This is some kind of a chili sauce. It's mild hot, not bad at all. Let me get the... Here's the SKU.
The other one, I'm sure. The other one I drop to you for swim. So this waterfall we call Sirithan, and this is the copy and signature of the Queen Sirikit. The name of the Queen Sirikit and Than's mean river. And they open on 25th of March. The years of open 2545 is right now 2553, about 8 years.
Tree is interesting with the vine, like a snake crawling up it. But it doesn't look like one of those strangler vines that grasp the tree so tightly that it ultimately kills it. But it still moves. Huh. Uh-oh, we're gonna do it.
That's why she want to cover, but this is the dressing. Yeah, her dress. Nah, she the sarong or everything made of cotton and is handmade. This is handmade. So normally ladies she have like a necklace with many color, yellow, red, white, and blue. Yeah. And some of ladies she have like a cotton. The big cotton and roll protection her hair. Because sometimes when she work in the farm, it's too hot. Covered by cotton. Yes.
This is a village of the Karen group of Hugh Hill tribes people. This is very much a place for show, but this is one of the original old homes. That's bamboo, and then those are leaves that are replaced every couple of years because they dry out and the water leaks through. There are the newer homes and a church, and it's most of the population is Catholic, and I think Karen represents better than 45% of all Hill Tribe people. Men and women both work out of the village normally, unless as those ladies up there are, or the older women are the weavers. And then everything that's made is put into this common shop and sold. And from every item, 20 baht goes to the common community. And therefore there's little or no begging here. Family pig's getting some unexpected scratching of his head. There's some pretty flowers. And there it looks like some kind of tomato, but they're sour. And they're not really tomatoes, they're fruits, of course. They're not trees. This is a very scraggly, almost dead looking tree, but it's not, or bush, but it's not. Very vibrant flower. Yeah, I know. Pretty primitive. Interesting little tree. Beautiful multi-flowers. So here we are at our third falls area. I assume the falls is further up here. Okay, now I'm up above the falls, several hundred feet. Still kind of pretty up here. Not the place you want to swim. Right here is where it tumbles off, although you could probably do a little swim in that pool if you could get into it and get out safely. If you don't mind the risk of being caught for some reason, slipping and being carried over. Okay, this is the edge right where it goes off. I wonder what those barricades were for. Did they have a railing there, or did they want the water to do something different? There are the French young people down there. And a little view out. Lovely place to sit and have a picnic or something like that. And it looks like a good place to swim. And maybe you could even dive off of here. Wouldn't want to do it without having the guide tell me there was nothing there. Even these rocky, somewhat quiet spots must be spectacular when the monsoons are in full blown. So this lady is repairing my little shade for my hat that I had Donna make for me, because the one part of the Velcro was getting so shabby that it wouldn't attach and hold. This is my hat. You can see here's where the other part is, and this was okay, but the other part wasn't. The hook part wasn't. So she is going to do it for me. And notice she has a little Singer machine and a picture of Buddha here, which is very important, plus 3 large pictures from calendars of the king and 2 big calendars showing many pictures of the king, who, as you know, is extremely not only revered but loved. Many little businesses like this, seamstress businesses, the benefit of this old Singer is that she doesn't have to have power. She can just leave it here and nobody bothers her apparently overnight. And I asked her if I could have permission to video, and she gave me permission, and I told her, I said, Hollywood, and she started laughing. Okay, this is Wat Chiang Mun. So today I'm going to start wandering over towards the night market, because the girl at the Kodak shop, believe it or not, told me that in around that area of the night market I should be able to find a place that sells. I don't think I have been in this Wat complex before, but it's getting to the point where I have to look for novelty to see if I have been here or not. The elephants, I think, are it. Let's go take a closer look. This little building with a locked door, again, may be a repository for the sacred documents. Here's a little cat, apparently challenged by doing this the hard way. Could walk up the steps a little easier than it looks like it. He's negotiating these. This serpent's back. But again, notice the serpent's rather simple here in design. At least the tail section was. Little color maintenance here, but the elephants look like they're original, which is kind of interesting, because several that we have seen have been strongly restored, or at least the attempt was made. Elephant is considered a very sacred animal. up until the time that the lumber industry replaced elephants with big caterpillars, tractors. It's my understanding that the only persons who were allowed to ride these elephants were their mammoths, the trainers who lived with them from early on in their lives, in both of their lives, and apparently completely through their working life, which could go for 50 years. I think they lived about 63 years, something like that. Now that ear may have been restored at one time, but it was some time ago. And these trunks look restored. There are apparently 3 main buildings in a complex, but I'm not quite sure what they're for. One is for ordination of the new monks. These are lovely window treatments. And again, being somewhat watted out, I'm now looking for novelty, and these columns were somewhat that. A little more elaborate.